Hey guys, it's Fiona from Eventide Reads and welcome to another book haul. I know, many book hauls, not many books read. Alas, story of my life. So today's going to be a little bit more of a chatty book haul because I had a very exciting weekend. Many things happened and I will probably mention a few things as I go through and show you the books that I have. So let's start with some books that aren't new but I got signed. Some of you may know that I am a rather small fan of Maggie Stiefvater. She very kindly signed a load of my books for me at an event she did at Manchester Central Library in conjunction with Waterstone's Manchester Deansgate, and I got to interview her. So there is an interview with me and Maggie coming very soon to the channel that I'm very excited about. It was a lot of fun. Her event was brilliant. She is hilarious. If you ever get the opportunity to go and see her live, please do. She's so funny. I'll probably insert some photos I took whilst I'm talking because she is brilliant. She's an entertainer and she's amazing at it. Yes, I got my beautiful American hardback box set signed, which I had not opened. I had not even broken the seal on the plastic that it arrived in until I met Maggie, and I was like, this is what I've been waiting for. Like, this is my pride and joy. This is something that I love so very much, and I have all 3 books signed, which is amazing. She very kindly signed them all, and these are such beautiful versions of her books. And you all will probably know by now that I'm a massive Maggie fan. I mean, look, she put for Fee, because I go by Fee to most people, and I don't think I have any books actually signed to Fee. I think I have them all signed to Fiona. So, you know, that means even more because barely anyone calls me Fiona anymore. I'm pretty much just Fee to everybody. That means an awful lot to me, and I really hope you guys come back when the interview is live. It's going to be amazing. I've not edited it yet. I've just sort of like looked at it briefly and went, yeah, that recorded fine. Can't really look at it right now. Having a moment of afterwards. It was so much fun. So I have my entire Raven Cycle collection signed. The first one I already had signed when she first came around a few years ago, but I had a proof that I didn't get signed because I didn't actually meet her. This is the first time I've met her. And on top of that, I took my favourite card from the tarot deck and got her to sign that. Hopefully you can see she's written Maggie there. And I'm going to get a little frame and put this somewhere because this is my favourite illustration in the deck and it's absolutely beautiful. So thank you so much to Maggie and Scholastic for letting me get all those books signed and for being amazing and letting me interview her. I'm just, I'm thrilled, absolutely thrilled. So I went to Manchester Comic Con this weekend. I didn't actually buy any books there, but I was looking for Orange Volume 2, which they didn't have. But I bought a lot of other manga throughout the month, but I did buy this really cute bow. Look how cute it is. And I bought a lot of other stuff, some prints and things, but I haven't got them with me, and I'm sure I'll do a separate video at some point when we have all our prints up on the wall and things like that. So how about I show you the manga that I collected this month? I think that's a good place to go next. So let's start off with the reissue I was super excited about. It's Fruits Basket! So I love Fruits Basket. I originally watched it as an anime and I enjoyed the characters, really disappointed with the storyline. I'd read part of the manga but never got very far. I don't think I got any further than like these 2 combined volumes kind of thing. So these are the new collector's edition being published by Yen Press. These books have been out of print for like 10 years. Volume 3 of the collector's edition has just become available and waiting for my copy to come in along with Orange still. But these are so beautiful. They just look amazing on my shelf, and I fell straight back in love with the story and I cannot wait to keep collecting them. I bought some single volumes of some other stuff. So volume 3 of QQ Sweeper, which I was led to believe was the final volume. That is a lie. It is the final volume under this name. The name of the series is being changed, which I'm slightly annoyed about, but I don't know if they're actually publishing it over here yet with the new name. So I don't know why they didn't just publish the whole thing under the new name, but hey ho, SpaghettiOs. So So I thought this was a short series and I was in for, you know, just reading it a little bit, being done with it, moving on to something else. Nope. Now I've got to wait and see if they publish the rest of the series. I can't remember the name of the new series. It's being published as Queen's Quality. Because yeah, it says there, final volume. No, it's not. Like, it's not even a full story. It's the prequel to a story, essentially. Slightly annoyed by that one. But still, interesting series and really enjoying, well, I really enjoyed it. Don't know what happened with the next lot, but we'll see. You'll probably see me waving around some other volumes. So we also have Momo Confessore Volume 4, which I also thought was the last book, but there's another one, and I think that one's the last book. So I hope it is. I'm being lied to left, right and centre. But this is a really, really fun series. I love the outfits and the illustrations are really cute. And lastly, I picked up the latest volume of Nisekoi, and that is volume 16. Again, a lot of fun. I had a load of giggles at this one in particular. Really, really enjoyed it because I'd taken a small break from Nisekoi because I'm all caught up. It was really great to go back to it. I also have to say, they're publishing the Fruits Baskets, like Fruits Basket, like collector's editions, like one a month almost. Which means it won't take me long to collect them at all. And I'm really excited about that. I bought a couple of other books this month, so I finally picked up The Final Empire Mistborn Book 1 by Brandon Sanderson because my book club had been harassing me to read some more Brandon Sanderson because I've only read The Rhythmatist, which was okay, but apparently this is the best stuff. So I bought this to read at some point, but oh my god. You guys, this book is huge. I don't have time for this. So at some point in time, hopefully. I also bought United as One by Pittacus Law, which I believe is the final book in the series. I haven't yet read it. Normally I just read this as soon as I buy it, but I've been so distracted by everything else that's been going on that I just have not got around to it yet. But soon. Soon book soon. Soon. Of course, with it being the end of July, we all know what that means. It was the release of the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child script. I so far have heard that you have to kind of go into this imagining it almost it's fan fiction for it to really work, but I think if you're a big enough fan of Harry Potter, then you will just love being back in the world. I've also heard it's best to try and read it in one sitting because it's quite, with it being a script, there's not a lot of like detail, it's mostly dialogue, but it should be quite interesting and you know, it's a beautiful book to own. I had to get it. So those of you who follow me on here already will have seen me talking in one of my previous videos about how we were doing a midnight launch, which we did do. I will try and put some photos on the screen now of like myself in costume and us guys at work in costume and anything else that I think I can get away with posting that hasn't got people I don't know in it kind of situation. But it was a really, really fun evening. Somehow I made it through the night. I then forgot to eat for about 24 hours and had about 4 hours sleep before I went to MCM. But I'm alive! Hooray! And very, very much looking forward to reading this. I have 2 books that I requested this month. The first one being The Girls by Emma Cline. I heard so much about this book, and one of my colleagues who I asked for fiction recommendations from was like, I think you might really like this, I would give it a try. So I managed to get a copy from the publishers, so thank you very much. That is from one of the imprints at Penguin Random House, so thank you very, very much for that. And I also requested 12 Days of Dash and Lily by Rachel Cohen and David Levithan. This is a follow-on to Dash and Lily's Book of Dares. I'm not reading it just yet because Dash and Lily was a Christmas book. I kind of want to read it again before Christmas and then read this. This is due out in October, so maybe I'll do it at the beginning of October. I'll like marathon the 2 books because they're really tiny. And
I think I still have. Do I still have? David Levithan, where are you? Oh yes I do. Cool.
so yeah, so I have Dash and Lily's Book of Dares and I have the 12 Days of Dash and Lily, so I can marathon those easily and really, really enjoy being back with the characters. That's my Christmas reading sorted anyway. I then did a stint at the Arndale. I say a stint, I did like a shift there, and they had loads and loads of proofs on their proof shelves. So I went through and had a little bit of a mooch and picked up a few interesting things. First of that being Claire North's The Sudden Appearance of Hope. I've heard amazing things about the first 15 Lives of Harry August. One of my co-workers who now works in a different branch has always raved about this author. So I saw this and thought, you know what, I'm going to pick it up, give it a go, and see if it's as good as everyone says her other books are, and if I like this, maybe I'll then read the first 15 Lives of Harry August, and I might like that even more. That is my plan anyway.
I should probably have said thanks to Egmont for 12 Days of Dash and Lily. Thanks, guys!
I then picked up something a bit different. This is I'm Not With the Band by Sylvia Patterson. This is a biographical book, but it's meant to be quite funny. Perfect for fans of memoirs by Caitlin Moran, Viv Albertine and Tracy Thorn, at once hysterical, funny, but also brutally honest. So it just sounds really interesting, so I'm hoping to get to this soon because it should be real good. I don't know much about the particular person, but you guys probably know that I'm big into music in YA, so I think reading a biography about someone in the music business might be really interesting, because I do like music, being brought up with singing lessons and singing every week of my life for a decade. It was a big part of my life, so maybe I should get back into it and into the industry. Not necessarily I mean like get an insight into the industry, read more about it. So that was the motivation for picking this up. And this one just seemed really interesting, which is My Favorite Manson Girl by Alison Umiger. I'm really sorry, that wasn't intentional. I have no idea how to say that surname, I'm pretty sorry. It just has an electric voice in YA on the back, and it just sounded really interesting. I have no idea when it's out. It also says perfect fans of Rainbow Rowell, E. Lockhart and Alice Sebold. That's quite a mix. This one I'd actually seen online and ummed and ahed about buying, and then I saw they had a proof, and that is A Boy Made of Blocks by Keith Stewart. This is about a man and his son, and I don't think they really connect very well, and then they discover Minecraft, I think it is? Because his son is autistic, and he starts playing Minecraft, and they get to rediscover each other and just themselves and are able to communicate better. So I'm really intrigued as to how they've worked something like Minecraft into a fiction book. And it just, yeah, from what people have said, it's been really good. I think it's out now, I think, but it just sounds really interesting, so I grabbed it in the hopes that, you know, branching out and all that jazz. They also had this, which is When Everything Feels Like the Movies by Raziel Reed. Raziel, sorry. The finished copy is blurbed by Juno Dawson, I think, and that's why I've always been aware of it, and I really liked the finished cover. It was really cool. And I saw they had this proof copy in the Arndale, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try. Sounds really cool, sounds interesting, edgy and extravagant, full of gender-bending teen glamour and dark mischief. That sounds like something really interesting, and it's really short, so maybe I could take it out with me one day, sit in the park and just read it all. Then I got a couple of unsolicited books in the mail. I got two from Macmillan, the first being The Road to Ever After by Moira Young. Had no idea Moira even had a new book coming out. I loved Blood Red Road and the general Dustland series, so very excited about that. Again, a lovely small book, so hopefully I can get to it soon. Like big books, just like, no, I don't know if I can deal with them. Although, some of those are there. And the other one is What Light by Jay Asher. This is a Christmassy read, so maybe I'll read it around the same time as Dash and Lily. And again, a small book, lovely small book. Yes, publishers, how do you know? And yeah, I've never actually read 13 Reasons Why. But if I enjoy this, maybe I will. I don't know. And then by Penguin, I got sent Jennifer Niven's new book, Holding Up the Universe. And you all know I loved All the Bright Places. Before it was cool to love All the Bright Places, can I add. I read it as a proof before it was released and absolutely freaking loved it. And I now have this, and I'm very excited to read it. I don't know anything about it, but I love Jennifer Niven's writing in her first book, so I'm really hoping I still love it. Fingers crossed. And lastly, a book I almost had to fight a co-worker for, which was sent unsolicited, even though I'd requested a copy and told there was one coming to the shop. It was very confusing. Can you guess what it is yet? It's A Close and Common Orbit by Becky Chambers. The standalone slash sequel, but not really. It's kind of a companion, but it sort of follows on from the first book. So if you have read Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, I forgot what it was called then you will be well aware of this book and you will definitely be wanting it. I can tell you now, it is brilliant. And I love Pepper and I love Lovelace just as much as I love the rest of the characters from the first book. This is a companion novel. It does not follow directly on from the first book, but it is set just after the first book ends. It's complicated, but you get over it. It's cool. But again, Becky does a great job of discovering things about characters that they didn't know about themselves, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful, heartwarming read. I thoroughly enjoyed it and highly recommend anything Becky Chambers has written. This is out in October? Yes, in October. So, cannot wait for this to be released to the world. And there you go. That is my book haul from this month, but more like a month and a half, because I filmed my other video in advance and then it went up a couple weeks later. Anyway, many books, much time, not really. Going to try and read. Now I've got a week off, but we'll see what happens. Yay! I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Let me know what books you have received or bought, or is there anything you are so insanely excited for coming out in the next couple of weeks that you just cannot wait to haul. Let me know in the comments below and we will discuss, and maybe there will be more book buying from me. But actually, there won't be, because I'm going to try and ban myself from buying any more books this week while I'm off, apart from if Orange becomes available. That's the only thing I want, and I'm going to try and read as many books as possible. So yes, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!